Hi, my name's Ray Davis. I'm a former atheist. I was a good atheist until God showed up and spoke to me audibly. But that's not the only thing He did in my life. Since that day in 1992, He's spoken to me many hundreds of times. He's real, and you can believe in Him and you can trust Him. And today I want to share a story with you which is amazing. I call it the tree story. This is part one of 2 parts. And it goes like this. In June of 2000, my son was in kindergarten. We were coming home from school that day. And my wife looks at me in the car and says, "Ray, there's a spiritual darkness here." And I didn't see nothing. I didn't smell nothing. I didn't taste nothing. I was totally unaware of what she was talking about. But I had trusted her, or learned to trust her enough to pray. So I prayed. And I asked for God's protection. And I looked at my wife, and she seemed satisfied with my prayer. And when we got home, she said, "Don't park the car here, Ray, a tree could fall." And the tree was quite large. But I moved the car to the back of the back of the driveway, and she said, "Don't park here, the willow tree could fall." And these willow trees are huge. But I moved into the middle, and she seemed satisfied with that. And so I raced my son to the front door of the house, and I let him in, and I turned to see where my wife was, and here she was getting the bags out of the trunk of the car. And I felt about this big, because I wanted to help her. But the way she had the bag strapped around her arms, it was best that she just finished her walk up to the house. And I turned to go back into the house, and I heard this crack. It wasn't lightning, but it was about as loud as lightning. And my wife screamed, "Ray, the tree!" And I turned and I looked, and I saw her eyes, and they were this close to me. And then I looked up at the tree, and the tree was actually falling away from her. And my mind was going super fast, and I kept calculating, is the tree going to fall? Is the tree going to fall? And here she was standing there. And no, it was falling away from her. And all of a sudden I see above the tree, coming from the other property, again, out of midair, as if something were to punch through, a hand came out, like that big. And I saw that much of it. A big dark hand, and it grabbed the top of the tree. Just like that. And it threw it the opposite direction towards my wife. And as it was falling towards my wife, it just flew up away over the property. And I'm standing on my front porch, and I'm thinking to myself, what in the world am I seeing? This is crazy. And I just want to let you know that I studied martial arts for 35 years. I know about physical fitness. When a tree is falling on your loved one, there's nothing you're going to do. Except for what I did. I threw my hands up in the air, and I screamed as loud as I could, "Lord, no!" And then I said, "Lord, thank you for giving it to me, as long as you have." And this peace came over me, to walk over there and just pick up that dead body. It was amazing. It was amazing peace, a total peace. And I watched that tree finish falling on my wife. And when it got done falling, there she was, standing in the middle of the tree. That's the end of part 1. That was amazing. God is real. He loves you. He loves you so much. Go on to part 2. Find out what happens.